2, 1.
Breaking news.
Sounds like a puberty break. That was perfect.
It's supposed to be like little dots, you know. Don't worry.
We don't have those technical abilities. We don't have an editor. This just
us.
happens. We press the edit 1000 and things go.
We do our own effects.
Fender Mod Shop is coming to Europe. The European invasion has begun.
Oh, no.
D-Day is here.
Dang.
The UK, we're invading the UK. France.
It's like the reverse British invasion.
Exactly. And Germany. Prepare for the onslaught of 70,000 possible configurations.
70,000?
I mean, that's definitely, that's the tagline, but it's completely over-exaggerated. So if you like this content, or you can switch them later and put 9, 10, 9, 10. No, you
Oh
can't
my
do that.
God.
They won't do that, actually. That's not that much of a mod. Click like and subscribe.
Hit the bell.
And we're going to dig in right now what that means for you European cats, what it means for us US cats, and what it means maybe for the market as a whole.
Yeah.
In the industry. The industry is the proper word. So, yeah, people overseas have been clamoring for a while. We've had lots of people reach out to us like, when can we get our mod shops from you guys? I'm like, yeah, just wait. But we were sort of like just saying, just wait a little bit, and the time is now.
Right.
So you can actually get your mod shops, you can start building them, and the mod shop is really fun. It's a fun thing to do. We sort of sometimes like during our lunch breaks in the cafeteria, the canteen, which is
Carrying our little trays.
I know we have metal trays.
It'd be really funny if we had a cafeteria.
It'd be so
trays.
cute. Well, I was on the aircraft carrier or the battleship with my kids the other day, and like they have the little plastic trays, and they had a donut shop. They make like Krispy Kreme donuts all day. It's the most popular part. You can get all the free donuts you want.
Yeah.
Because apparently fat floats. So in a battleship, you're good. So if you jump off, you're like, yay, I'm floating. Anyway, the donut shop is so small too. It's crazy. I couldn't imagine living in a battleship. God bless you, sailors. That's insane.
Think about a submarine.
I don't even want to talk about that. Don't even want to. No, it's God. What were we talking about before I got excited about that?
The mod shop.
Well,
wait, you said people will wait.
Yeah,
the time is now.
Yeah, they have been waiting. So you can get it now.
Oh, and then about how on something on our lunch break.
Oh, lunch break. Doesn't matter. Let's get back to it. Sorry, it's one of those things. It's been a long weekend. Derek's not feeling good behind the cameras right now. We feel bad for him. Hopefully he'll feel better soon.
It's all the Grey Goose he drank all week.
That's not true. That was Sean. And all his like Cavassier,
bottles,
like his fancy
you can
booze.
see back here.
It's absurd behind this camera.
Insane. Plastic bottles
What
everywhere.
happened over the weekend?
Boxes of wine.
You were here. What were you doing?
I don't know. Who knows?
Good Lord. So we've had lots of people ask, and it's cool. It is fun. Like we build them ourselves and build we try to build the worst combinations possible on the internet. Like woo, like as many perloid pick guards as possible on everything. And then
Stacks of them. Double perloid.
Coca-Cola fretboard if I can get it. Oh my God. I want the perloid tuners. I want everything perloid if possible. So we have a lot of fun with that. No, so it's available. So it means that you can actually, if you are in the UK and European markets now, you can have a bit of fun with it. You're pretty much building like an American Pro 1 sort of level guitar with a few little mods that you can get in there, which is pretty awesome. It's about, I forgot the number we worked out. It was like 20% higher than like the standard guitar if it was already built stock. You know, so it's not like outrageous, 20, 30 points, maybe somewhere in there. For the same, but you can build the guitar you want to build.
I mean, that's kind of cool to have it. You know, I've seen a few that looked really fun and had cool colors and
it's really a lot of it is about the colors.
I think so.
And like, you know, if you want to get like, they just don't make shell pink a production run for a lot of the things. Probably because they hate me. Yeah, and I feel like that should be a thing. That's
probably like a company-wide memo.
Like, we hate Baxter, less shell pink. Only Chicago Music Exchange gets the shell pink stuff. Let them have the cases and the guitars. Oh, you guys at CME, bastards.
They might secretly have a vendetta. Like, we'll show that Baxter guy. Screw him.
They have so many better tattoos, though.
Yeah.
So why can't they just give us the pink?
Oh. I think the two go together.
I guess
if you got the good tattoos, you're going to have first dibs on the shell pink.
You get the pink. That's fair. So, and then we were joking about 70,000 possible configurations. It's that number's outrageously high. It's not. I mean, it seems like.
I mean, technically, you know,
you can choose if you want, like, you know, a rosewood or a maple.
Yes.
Like board type thing, or just maple solid maple.
Question.
Frets are pretty much set for the most part. It seems a lot of times. Sometimes it's offers changes. Tuners you can change. The pickups you can change a bit. And the colors and the pick guards, that's where like all like the 70,000 starts to dial in a bit.
Okay.
But the cool part is they offer sort of different things every once in a while that are not available for most of the year. So that's when you want to, if you are hawking it, just keep an eye on it for a bit.
Jump on that.
And then jump on it when the weird ones come in.
Yeah.
Now, what does that mean for the market in general or the industry?
Well, so we have talked / been concerned about this for a while, but it seems like maybe it's another step in the direction of direct sales to customers for Fender and maybe for guitar companies in general, right?
Right. For some, we don't know yet. It's because they don't tell us these things, but because they don't want to tell us these things because we were supposed to buy more guitars.
Right.
But that's okay. That's how the model is, and we don't mind that.
Yes.
We like it. We enjoy it. We're still Fender fanboys as much as they like to hurt us. It's like dating that hot blonde.
They're so good.
I hate it.
Come on, babe.
It's like dating John Cougar Mellencamp.
It's like, I mean,
Or John.
it would have been a nightmare.
A
nightmare.
Or Bryan Adams, just because like
Cuts like a knife, you know?
sex symbol supreme.
Oh, yeah.
And
Just want that acoustic with the Bigsby thing he's got.
cuts like a knife. God dang. I mean, like, and Bryan Adams still is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
still amazing. Like, you see videos of him now, you're like, oh, is that from the 80s? No, that's now. And he still sounds great.
In all his Canadian glory.
It's like, I just wish Avril Lavigne would have married him and not Chad Kroeger. And then Chad Kroeger later. And then they would have worked out.
Oh, yeah, that would have been fun.
And like Brian, then they divorced.
that.
And then Chad, and then it would have lasted forever.
I have such a soft spot for Bryan Adams because of
His amazingness.
the Robin Hood movie.
Oh my God, yes.
Kevin Costner's Robin Hood. I was a young boy with my tonsils out. I had just gotten the Robin Hood action figure that looked like Kevin Costner with the poofy green vest.
Yes. Him, Rod Stewart, and Sting as well together for All for Love.
I mean, and
One
then
of the
I would
greatest
just lay there and sing that song in my hoarse little tonsilous voice with my.
The one you want, the one you want.
I'm just saying.
It's such a good song. Anyway,
How you beat that? I don't know.
so this could be a step. Like I know it's been in the plan, like the 5-year plan for a long time probably to do this, but it's also it's they're always testing to sort of see how they can develop their business sell. You have to remember some of these companies, they're not this faceless evil enterprise of corporations. It's like it's people making decisions.
Yeah.
And sometimes they make bad decisions.
Sure.
This is not necessarily a bad decision. The Mod Shop is a good thing, and it helps sort of sell like unique builds and parts. And I'm hoping that this is just that.
I mean, I go back and forth on. I mean, obviously we don't have the actual numbers, but I wonder, like, compared to the sales for like the American Pro 2, how many mod shops actually get built? Like
We're told it's hardly anything comparatively, because it's quite a bit of an upcharge premium to get the same guitar. Maybe like you're paying as much as an American Vintage 2 for most mod shops, sometimes more, and that's like a nitrocellulose, which is not an option,
right.
And like the best of the parts of Fender
Right.
in a lot of ways.
So I don't know. So maybe it's not a big deal. I mean, it almost seems like it could fall into that. Just it's like almost a publicity, PR.
Well, it'll make the
know.
money, and it helps.
Sure.
And also, it's parts. Like some of the limited edition parts that come through there are parts that they've overbuilt and they need to sell.
That makes sense.
And
Like
so
a
it's
little
like
overstock
we can clear out. Yeah, it's like it's overstock.com,
Yeah.
which is where I bought some of the stuff that we sit on sometimes.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's
Very useful.
So, we have seen the trend of like some of like from the Gibson garage trying to take market shares, and Gibson garages maybe opening in UK, which is I think down the road, and then Asia, and like we don't see any Fender stores yet.
Right.
That could be a thing. No, you're wrong. Like I would go if there was a Fender store. It sounds pretty
yeah.
cool. I
The
like that
Gibson
stuff.
Garage is really freaking cool.
It's cool. And unfortunately, I like all the people that work there that I've met too.
I know.
I like them all.
Sadly, they're all good people.
Yeah, it seemed like it was nice every time we've been there. Jerks. Can't stand it. So yeah, it's just they might be putting a toe in, just sort of testing the waters again a little bit more, and seeing how this works out. And we were able to sort of they had a program where like shops could kind of do mod shops. It was just so convoluted and complicated for us. It was like it doesn't really make sense.
I was gonna say it didn't really
we'd
make
have,
a ton of sense.
Yeah, we'd have people call us and be like, "Hey, can we do that?" I'm like, let me just point you in the direction of how to do it. You don't need to do it through us, and we don't need to make the sale necessarily. It's just enjoy the experience. It's like a little, it's like you're at the Apple store and you're putting your colors of your case together. And the only twist or catch with this, when you're not buying from a shop again on these, is like if you don't like, in the mod shop in general, if you don't like it, tough luck.
It's your guitar. I mean, like obviously, if you got it and it was broken or didn't work or wrong, sure, you can take it back. But As far as like, hey, I just didn't vibe with this thing. Nope, sorry, it's yours. Once you build it and customize it.
You're like, well, what if like the headstock actually broke after I didn't like it? They're gonna send you the same guitar again.
Yep.
It's not like you can return it. Like, I want my money back. It is your guitar. So there's part of that when you're clicking the yes, I agree to all this, and you enter your credit card. That's part of the fine print you might not see. There's no take backsies.
But I understand that, right? Because if you build a really weird, odd color, strange thing, you know.
Yeah, man, I've seen some
triple pearloid, like you talked about.
I've seen the duds, bro.
You know, yeah, I mean,
there's some bad ones. Like, I try to build the worst possible, and it's
it is
fun,
possible
man.
in there.
Gold and like pink and pearloids and just everything.
I mean, just
it
like,
actually sounds good now.
I don't know that I've had any customers do this, but I mean, like, it'd be possible to build a pretty atrocious custom shop if you were just unfettered and made all the wrong choices. And that's why we talk through these things with people. But you know,
I have actually done this, I think, before with, and it's fun when you have somebody that's willing to think, hey, listen, I kind of want to build the ugliest guitar ever. I'm like, this is cool.
Well, see, if that's what you set out to do, like, that's awesome.
I mean, we don't really start that way. It's like, we're like talking, it's like, this is gonna be pretty ugly. And he's like, yes, it's gonna be
just
super
keep
ugly.
Yeah, well, once you go down that path, you gotta
Commit.
just keep doubling down.
Don't stop.
You gotta keep doing it.
Till you get enough. Come on, boys. When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to hear a marching band.
I thought you were gonna say when you were a young boy you played the silver ball.
No, I like to, when people ask me questions, like when I've been interviewed before, I'll start like doing song lyrics a lot, and it's really funny, and because they don't understand, I'll just tell a story, and that was from Black Parade, obviously, from My Chemical Romance. Because it said, like, when I was a young boy, my father took me in the city to hear a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, will you be the savior, the hero for the broken, the beaten, and the damned? Or you know, and the people are like, wow, that's a great origin story.
It's very profound, Baxter.
He said, will you defeat them? They're demons and all the non-believers. I'm like, yeah, of course I will, Dad. The plans that they have made. Like, your dad sounds like a cultist.
Yeah.
But one of the great songs. And I think that when we were a Young Festival, which I was so excited about, I feel like I saw something on TikTok the other night that it got canceled because of wind.
What?
I know. Correct me if I'm wrong out there. We're going to look this up later. That's
Wind?
another thing. Wind. It's in Vegas. There's wind in Vegas. I don't know. It's like everybody was playing it from like the sort of circa 2005 to 8 range, and then Blink-182 is doing it next year, and like, you know, the Killer. I mean, everybody. Like, My Chemical Romance was this year with a whole bunch of huge bands, and people have flown out there, bought their tickets, you know, ready to see the show, and they're like, if we're just gonna, there's a little wind here. If we're gonna, I don't know. I just did this. I just licked my finger.
All the wind in the studio here.
There's no wind here. It's just kind of chilly because it's. Oh, it's just the studio
whatever.
stays that way, I guess.
That's what we like.
That's how we like it, cold.
Cold
And dead.
That's right.
Like my dogs. Right? That's true. Thanks for joining us. I'm going home now. Let us know what you think. Mod Shop, all the way.
Yeah. Open in Europe. See you next time.